What are you doing here?
Adam, hi. Skipping leg day, I see. Meg, how's it going so far?
Could be better.
All right.
I'm gonna get you out of this.
Who's gonna get us out?
You know Pulp Fiction, the guy with the suit?
The guy with the suit, Sam Jackson.
The white one.
John Travolta?
Nope, the one with the mustache.
Mario.
The wolf.
Bingo, the wolf. I'm your wolf, baby.
Welcome back. We're talking to the star of the hottest summer movies and concepts. That was a clip of Method Man starring in the new dark comedy Bad Shabbos, which is in select theaters right now. I love that you watch your own scene and laugh.
Yeah.
So how is it that you don't love rom-coms? I know it's a dark comedy, but you're laughing.
Well, you know what? The thing about rom-coms is this, with the exception of maybe something like There's Something About Mary.
Okay.
They're very cliche.
Oh.
In a sense, you know? And I get it.
Because they end up in love at the end?
Well, not even just that, but it's two ways they can do it.
Okay.
All right. In the beginning, they hate each other. Middle, they start to become interested. Third act, they hate each other again. Fourth act, somebody meets someone at an airport or a train station and they kiss. Am I lying? Like, serious, right? But for me, you love that story.
Yeah.
You love that fairy tale.
Right.
The first 5 times.
Okay,
Our movie is nothing like that, by the
Nothing
way.
like
I'm
that.
just saying that, you know, rom-coms aren't my thing. I'm more of a horror movie
I can't
guy.
wait to see the one with you and Kelly Rowland. And I like dark
gonna be
comedy. I like it all. But
Yeah.
you know what? The critics are really celebrating you. The fans are. You got the NAACP Image Award. See, there you go.
That's my favorite.
Ma'am, this is a real show. Calm down over there. I'm gonna get your hug. Here, your mug for $10,000. It can be yours. NAACP award. There you are. Outstanding supporting actor for Power Book 2 Ghost. That's amazing. That same month, you received the Vanguard Award at an event recognizing your impact on Black film and television. There you are there. I mean, how does it feel? You got the fan love. Now the critics are giving you the awards that you deserve.
It's great because especially when you do the work, it's nice to be a fly on the wall. You know, I like to say to live vicariously through yourself.
Yeah.
Which
Explain
is also
that.
great.
What does that mean?
Usually, like when you have kids or something like that, and then you put them in, like, let's say football. Maybe you were a football player and never made it to the top, and you try and instill all the knowledge that you have into this child or this grown man now. When you can do that with yourself, it's incredible.
Wow.
It is so incredible, you know?
That is so...
When you have a thought and then it manifests into reality, there's no better feeling than that, you know?
Wow.
And then to have other people acknowledge you for it, which is always great. Humility is always gonna be my best tool, because I'm gonna stay humble regardless.
Yeah.
When I talk to people, I like to talk to people directly and look them straight into their eyes to let them know that I'm serious. And not only that I came not to play.
You came not to play.
I came not to play.
You talk a lot about mental health. You've been very vulnerable in that space. You talk about depression and really just self-care, because oftentimes people think self-care means grooming. You mean mental health. You mean emotional,
everything.
social emotional. You were on with our friend Fat Joe, who we love so much, and Joe just lost his mom.
Yes.
No, I want to send love to Joe. Joe lost his mom recently, and you were on
Them
talking
shoes is
about
horrible, Joe.
You guys were on talking about it never really goes away when you were reflecting on depression. What do you mean?
Well, it doesn't. I mean, I have these spurts with it where it comes and it goes, and it's gotten to the point where I can feel it and know what it feels like when it's coming.
Yeah.
Now, there aren't any real techniques to combat this. Just know, I think the biggest eye-opener I had was knowing that other people are going through it. So for me to tell my truth, to let other people know that I'm going through it as well, can maybe ease their pain a little bit.
How liberating was it for you? Again, because so often people will make up who they think we are, and sometimes we are a little of that, but in truth, you go home, you're a father, you are a husband, you are a human. How liberating was that to share with your fans, especially because they got to know you from the tough exterior versus what we know you are inside?
I didn't think of it as such a big deal. My mother always gave me and my sisters the power to express ourselves,
Wow.
have our own opinions and voice ourselves. So I didn't really think anything big of it until after it was put out there and people were, you know, I was getting a lot of DMs, Twitter messages and things like that about people's stories. And again, all I can say to those people is, I hope your today is better than your yesterday and your tomorrow even better. Period.
God bless. Don't go away. Method Man staying with us, sharing his early days of fame, why he said he was tri-state famous, what that means after the break, and the final tour for the Wutang Clan. What can we expect? We'll be right back.